Hi there, it's Greg Watson from the Investor Hub, and today I want to talk to you about part 3 of our 3-part series on SMSFs. First, a general advice disclaimer. This advice is general in purpose only and is not specific to your circumstances. We would recommend that if you need specific advice around your SMSF options, that you speak to a financial planner. We can advise you on the credit aspects of SMSF and SMSF lending, but you need to talk to a financial planner about your financial options. So now that that's out of the way, today I want to talk to you about a 10-step property investment process through SMSF. It's quite a complex and quite a convoluted process because SMSF lending is one of the most convoluted and complex financial transactions on the planet for retail investors. So the first thing that you need to do, and I've just spoken about this, is you need to speak to your financial planner. You need to get their advice around what's right for you, whether it's right for you to set up an SMSF in the first place, and whether you've got enough funds, whether you've got the right blend of assets to be able to do that. Then you've got to establish your self-managed super fund, preferably with a corporate trustee. And the reason I say that is that the lending margins are better for corporate trustees, and also there's a difference in the risk exposures to the members and directors by having it with a corporate trustee rather than individual trustees. The third thing you need to do is you need to transfer your funds from your existing retail or industry superannuation funds to a cash management account in the name of your new SMSF. Number 4, if you're investing in property, you need to apply for a finance pre-approval once you've got the structure in place with the SMSF and you've got the funds. That basically gives you the confidence to be able to go forth and consider what properties you might buy within your self-managed super fund. After that, you can identify properties for acquisition. That's step number 5. We're halfway through the process and we're now only just starting to look at properties. Don't get this around the wrong way. A lot of people look at properties first and then set up their self-managed super fund. It doesn't work that way because there's a lot of hoops that you've got to jump through, and you've got to jump through them in the right order so that you don't fall foul of the regulations and other requirements of self-managed super funds and trustees conducting property purchases. So once you've identified a property for acquisition, you'll usually fill out an expression of interest form, but you need to establish the bare trust at this point. So you need to have the wheels in motion to put in place the trustee for the bare trust and the bare trust itself, because that needs to be the entity that's actually holding the property on behalf of the self-managed super fund. So once you've got that established, you can exchange contracts, and the contracts need to be in the correct format, and you need to seek legal and financial planning advice about how that's done. But you also need to check with your broker to make sure that it's in the right format for the bank or the financial institution that you'll be using as well. So basically, once you've exchanged contracts, it's then a matter of advancing the finance approval through to formal or unconditional approval, and at that point you're basically right to continue with the rest of the property purchase, and then that proceeds through to settlement. Stage 10, our last stage, is obviously to hand the property over to a property manager to source you a tenant. Sometimes if there's plenty of lead time, and there usually is with SMSF transactions, your property manager might be in place and may indeed have a tenant ready for you by the time settlement comes around. And that's the 10-step process for SMSF lending and purchasing a property in SMSF. Please give us a call on 1300 651 363, or as I say, email us at info@theinvestorhub.com.au, and we can provide you with some fact sheets or other information and connect you with the right people to give you the right advice to set you on the road with your self-managed super fund. I'm Greg Watson from the Investor Hub. Thanks very much. Bye for now.